Hello everyone, welcome to our English class. This is teacher Faithy and I am in charge of Intermediate 2. So in today's our class, we are going to make a reinforcement about the two last topics. So if you are ready, here we go. First of all, how much do you learn in the last classes? Do you remember what are the three uses to express the future? Okay, if you remember, we have the present continuous, be plus ing, be plus going to, and will. But what are the difference between them? How can we make a difference in the uses of the three chances? Well, first of all, we start with the present continuous. As we learned before, we explained that the present continuous to future, it is used when we make an arrangement or an appointment. I mean, a fixed plan with another person. So I am talking about a very near future. In my screen, I have some examples, and we can notice that when we use the present continuous, it is not just about my personal decision, but an arrangement or an appointed, something you can put in a diary. For example, I have an appointment with my friend. So that's the reason I express, I am showing her around this afternoon. In the second example, she has now a register at college. So what is my near future? She's studying psychology next year. Number 3, he has made an appointment. Look at that. We have an appointment. So we have an arrangement before. So we said, he's seeing him next Tuesday. And the number 4, they have a schedule, a meeting. Remember, a schedule means an hour, and a specific day with an hour. So the example says, they are meeting at 1 o'clock tomorrow. I have a pair of examples more. Here, start with the left. It says, we are having a party this weekend. So I am saying that my near future, I am going to having a party. I have the cake, I have the music, the DJ, all is prepared, and I have an arrangement with another people. In the second example above, and says, I am getting married tomorrow. So all is prepared. We have an arrangement with the church, we have the guest, the food, all is done. We have the arrangement done. And the number 3, to the right, it says, I am having lunch with my wife tomorrow. What happened here? If you notice, we said that I call my wife and we make the arrangement to see you tomorrow together. So this is very important. Remember, present continuous talking about arrangements, appointments for a very near future. Okay, the second use for future. We're talking about be going to. We have 3 principal uses. The first is when I talk about my plans with certainty. In my example, it says, I'm going to travel to Mexico next spring. This is my plan, and I have the certainty that I am going to do it because I was thinking about it, and I made the plan before. So this is my intention because I have planned before the time to speak. So I have bought the tickets, I have booked a hotel in Mexico. So I have planned before to decide it. And the third use for going to is when we make predictions. But very careful. These predictions are when we have evidence. And this is a clue. Remember, going to is a prediction with evidence. Look at examples. It says, look at the black clouds. Okay, the black clouds. So what is going to happen? It's going to rain any minute. The second example, he has studied really hard. So according with that evidence, he is definitely going to pass his test. And number 3, the roads are blocked. There are too many cars. So what is the prediction with that evidence? We are going to miss our flight. So when we compare going to versus present continuous, how we can make the difference? How we can say when I use one or another? Easy. Remember, going to express my intention or my plans, but if I make an arrangement or appointment with another person, and this is my near future, this is present continuous. Look at examples. My plan or intention, I'm going to show her around the town. What is the arrangement? I am showing her around the town this afternoon. I call her and we make an appointment. Second, the intention, she's going to study psychology. What is the arrangement? She has paid the matriculation, so with the school. So she's studying psychology at college next year. Number 3, my plan or intention, he's going to see his lawyer next week. So if I have an arrangement, I call the lawyer, I use present continuous, I says, he's meeting his lawyer on Tuesday. And number 4, they are going to meet again soon. What is the arrangement? Well, they are meeting at 1 o'clock tomorrow. So here is clear that when we express a plan or intention that is certainty, we say going to. When I have made an arrangement or an appointed a certain date or time, and my future is very, very near, we use present continuous. I have some examples here in order to check the difference. In the number 3 says, what are you doing this evening? Which sentence sounds better, the red or the green? I'm going to have dinner with Jane, or I'm having dinner with Jane. What do you think? Well, the answer correct is the green one, because I have made arrangements with Jane. So the correct is saying, I am having dinner with Jane. Exercise number, 4. Going instead of present continuous or vice versa. Which sounds better? Is the light broken? Yes, the electrician is going to come tomorrow to fix it. Or, yes, the electrician is coming tomorrow to fix it. Which is better, the red or the green? Yeah, one more time is the green, because I have the arrangement, I call the electrician and we make an appointment. So the correct is using the present continuous to express this arrangement. So we said the electrician is coming tomorrow to fix it. Now move on to the next use, will. As we learned before, will have different uses, but these 5 are the more common. The first, when we set spontaneous decisions. For example, I have 3 in my screen. The number 1, you say, oh, it's terribly cold in this room. Spontaneous decision. I put a heater home for you. Second example. May I speak to Mr. Rosie, please? Spontaneous decision. How long I put you through? And number 3. I love to see the town. Spontaneous decision. Really? Okay, I'll show you around. So the second use. Will is to express predictions, but very careful. These predictions are without evidence. It's just like a possibility, like a 50-50, okay? Let's see the example. The lady on the screen, it says, maybe I'll go out tonight. It's a possibility, 50-50, but it is not sure. Another expressions like, it probably rain tonight. Or, I hope he'll pass his test. If we don't hurry, will we miss our flight? All of them are probabilities, but not sure. Another use of will is when we make an offer or a promise, as well as when we express our beliefs. And it is using with expressions like I hope, I think, I believe, I expect, or I doubt. In the following picture, I'm going to show you some sentences and you are going to help me to decide what is the use on it. Let's see. On the left up, I think he'll be fine. What is the use of will in this case? Yes, it's correct. It's when we express or believe, I think. The second above, I will love you forever. What's that? What is the use of will? Yes, it's for a promise. And up to the right. Okay, I pay for there again. What is that? Yes, it's a spontaneous decision. As you see, we'll have different uses. It depends on the context. Now, we're going to make a summary. If you notice in the screen, we have the 3 of them and the different uses. So, summarize them. Will, spontaneous decisions, predictions but no evidence, so it's uncertainty. When we make an offer of help, when we make a promise, when we express beliefs with a certain kind of expressions, like I think, I believe, I expect, I doubt. And now we're talking about be going to. We have 3 uses. The first is for plans with certainty. We have intentions, that something have been planned before the time to speak. And the number 3, when we have predictions with evidence. Look at this. This is the tip. Will, no evidence, going to, evidence. Will, probability, going to, certainty. And for the last, we have the present continuous. Remember, this is only when we make fixed plans or we have arrangement or appointments with somebody else. And remember, it's for the near future. Okay, this is all about the future. Move on to the review of comparative and superlative. So what we said about comparative? Comparative is only when we talking about 2 things and we compare A versus B, like in the picture, Obama versus Trump. And superlative, well, this is the example, a lion is faster than an hyena. However, in superlative, we have only one thing between a group, and we said this one is superior between the whole group. Like in the example, the cheetah is the fastest land animal. And remember, we said that the adjectives are divided into groups. We have the short one, and we have the long adjectives. When we have a short adjective and it is a comparison, this is the rule. Adjective plus ER plus than. The example, my mother is calmer than my father. In superlative, short adjective, the formula, the plus the adjective plus est. Example, my grandmother is the calmest person in my family. However, when we have the long adjectives or two or more syllables, we said that we have to add the expression more plus the adjective plus than if it is comparative. The example, Vicente is more talented than Jairo. In superlative with long adjectives, two or more syllables, the formula is the, most, and the adjective. The example, Zelda's computer is the most modern one. Now we have another rule. Remember, if we have an adjective with only one syllable and from the right to the left, we count consonant, vowel, consonant. We have the double the last consonant, and if it is comparative, we add ER. If it is superlative, we add EST. Like example, Mexico City is the biggest city in Latin America. The next rule, when an adjective ends in Y, we change for Latin I and add ER plus than if it is comparative. In superlative, we put the plus the adjective and we change the Y for Latin I and add EST. Example, the adjective crazy. In comparative, we said, Hannibal is crazier than Anton. However, in superlative, we said, the Joker is the craziest villain of the movies. Now, finally, we have the irregular adjectives. It means that these kind of adjectives completely change when we use the comparative and the superlative. And this is my example. If I have the adjective bad, look at how we put it in comparative. Ricky is worse artist than Paco. However, in superlative, you said, George is the worst artist of all the time. So, until now, we make the review about future and comparative and superlative rules. So, the following exercises that you are going to answer, talking about both tenses. So please, if you have questions or doubts, please drop me a line on the platform in Google Classroom and I'm going to answer you. For me, that's all. It was a pleasure to see you again. So see you in the next class. Bye-bye.